Hello, everyone! My name is Jeremy Edgar. I am the Artistic Director of Boozy Productions, and I would like to welcome you to night 3 of our production of William Shakespeare's The Tempest, Raw. Before I do anything else, I need to call my players to the stage. Who here has never been to a Boozy production before? Alright, for those of you who've never been to a Boozy show in the past, take a look at the program. You'll see character names, but you will not see actor names.
Why is that, Jeremy?
A couple of you were a little late. The reason for that is the actors do not know who they're going to be playing. But they're going to find out right now via this hat. Alright, who wants to go first? Alright, Mr. David Kaye will be playing Trinculo. Trinculo! Last time you must not know, so very interesting. So it'll be fun. Once again, the hat likes to do, yeah. The hat does that. Alright, Jim Donaldson will be playing Stephano! Michelle White will be playing
Ariel!
Stephen Wolterstorff will be playing.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Are you playing hi? Hi, Doc.
No, I did that already. Alright. We don't let people play the same role twice. Otherwise, they might get good at it. What fun would that be?
Somebody already saw me do Prospero. So no, let's suffer through all that again. Alonso!
Ryan Bear will be playing
One. I got two. I got Prospero!
They're so tiny. Fold it up.
Talk to Mandy.
Antonio.
Antonio! Sarah Wallisch will be playing
Ferdinand.
I just want to point out how weird it is that, that on Monday, Sarah Seafeld played Miranda, and last night she was Ferdinand. Last night Sarah Wallisch was Miranda, and tonight she's Ferdinand. That's weird. That is weird. Ron Swanson will be playing
Miranda.
Alright, we have our new guy. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Josh.
Tonight you will be playing one person.
Caliban.
And my next will be playing
Sebastian.
Sebastian! Yeah, we all probably should. The fact that I don't is trouble.
Gonzalo.
Now, as I said, for those of you who've never been to one of our productions before, the actors just found out who they were going to be playing. They did not know ahead of time. They did not look at the script ahead of time. I told them to. They just chose not to. Seriously, guys, it's online. Just on your lunch break, whatever. But no. Anyway, the reason that we do this the way that we do is because we want to recreate the works as they were done in William Shakespeare's time. This is confusing to some people. I'm aware. Let me explain. You see, back in the 1600s, it wasn't like it is today, where you rehearse for a month and a half, and then you get 2 weekends of shows out of it. No. Back then, shows going up on Friday, you were lucky if you got that script by Tuesday. And then, when they rehearse all day during the day, because that's when light happens, but the only things they would do were big ballroom dance scenes or fight scenes. So they didn't run into each other and kill each other when they were on stage. We didn't do that. There's some sort of play in this show. Front row, get ready to jump back is all I'm going to say. So anyway, when did they actually get a chance to go over their lines? Well, it needed to be someplace that was big enough to hold all of them. Some of Shakespeare's plays could have up to 40 people in the cast. I have mercifully cut that down. It needed a place that had artificial light, which was very rare back then. It would be great if there were some audience people there. We could try shit out, see what works, what doesn't, have some fun. And oh my God, we just had a 12-hour fight call. I would kill a man for a beer right now. Let's go to the bar! And that's what they did. They went to the corner pub right around the corner from the Globe Theater, spent all night getting shitty drunk in front of whoever happened to be there, learning their lines until the innkeeper threw them out that morning, and Bill had to drag them back to the theater the next day to do it all over again. What does that mean? That means the very first people that heard William Shakespeare's works performed were not the royals, not the lords, not the nobles, no. The common man, the everyman, the random drunken asshole who happened to be in the bar that night. And tonight, as I said, we're recreating that night. That means we are those players, and you are those assholes. And I want you to play your part just as well as they're going to play theirs. Scratch that. I want you to play your part much better than they are going to play theirs. What does that mean? That means I want you to cheer for the heroes. That means I want you to boo for the villains. And if you think you got something all funny and quippy, you want to yell at one of my actors, go ahead. We've been doing this shit for 5 years. We're better than you. That being said, who is drinking tonight? Okay, let's do it. It's the only reason best place keeps us around. There is a drinking game that goes along with the show, as there's a drinking game that goes with every Shakespearean show. But this one is special. This is the Tempest. It's a show full of magic and wonder. Therefore, anytime anyone uses magic, take a drink. Just throwing this out there, one could argue that both Ariel and Caliban are magical creatures. And their very existence is magical. So walking on stage would count. Call your Ubers now. All right, that out of the way. Photos. I know that people love to take photos with their phones and stuff. Please do that. Take all the photos you want. All I ask is that you share those photos with us, either on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BoozyBarProductions, or on our Instagram @BoozyBarMKE. We love to see what you guys do because you are much cheaper than hiring a real photographer. I mean, we love to engage with our audience. Synergy Web 2.0. I am so very old. Yeah, so please take all the photos you want and share them with us. Let's see. This is our last night here this month, but on Friday we will be at Hawthorne Coffee Roasters doing the show one more time. That show starts at 7 prompt, as opposed to this show, which the doors are at 7 and the show is at 7:30. And then next month, hey Nick, what are those dates? Because I'm a great producer. Next month.
Measure for measure.
Yes, I know it's the show.
13th, 14th.
Yes, the 12th, 13th, and 14th, we will be back here doing Measure for Measure, which is a very fun play and has a lot of modern resonance because it's about a hard-line conservative religious politician who's embroiled in a sex scandal. Did I do that? But yes, that one is the 12th, 13th, 14th, and then we will be at Hawthorne 16th. Tickets for that are $10, $5 if you show up with a measuring device, because I got fucking lazy trying to come up with the $5 discounts. However, this display also does feature a nun, and those of us who went to Catholic grade school may have associations with nuns and a certain measuring device. I still have scars on my knuckles. So yes, so Measure for Measure, those nights, and I believe that covers everything I need to cover. I'm getting kind of good at this emceeing thing after 5 years. Anything coming up at Best Place that they should know about?
Mark, anything coming up? Yoga on Saturdays.
Okay.
Oh, we have a DJ coming playing on Friday nights now, so we're open Friday nights to the public for the next few months.
What kind of music?
He takes requests, you can bring your phone and pick it up. Swing dancing on Thursdays, that's about it.
All right, so yeah, swing dance on Thursdays, DJs on Fridays. Come back to the best place. Come for the history tour if you've never taken it. It's quite fascinating. Yeah, okay, that covered Pulse. This is still in my
Next
hand.
year here for Shakespeare, I'll give you a 2-for-1 tour.
All right, cool. This is still in my hand. This was our casting director. He did his job, and he did his job well, but his job is done for the evening. So he's going to do the same thing that the rest of us do when our job is done for the evening. Go hang out at the bar. Now, when you go out to the bar, have a few drinks, you have a few laughs. At the end of the night, if you enjoyed your night, you throw that bartender an extra couple bucks, as well you should. It's a right, friendly, and neighborly thing to do. This is our equivalent to that, ladies and gentlemen. If, at the end of the night, you particularly enjoyed the show that you saw, and you have a couple extra dollars you'd be willing to toss our way, we would appreciate it, put them in the hat. If, at the end of the night, you enjoyed what you saw, but you do not have those couple extra dollars that you're able to throw our way, I get it, God love you all the same. If, at the end of the night, you did not enjoy the show you saw tonight, and you have a couple extra dollars, throw them in the hat so I can afford to do a better show next month. All right, now that does cover everything. Hey, cast, are you ready?
Yeah!
Love to hear it. Bar, are you ready?
Yep.
Awesome. Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
And I now present to you William Shakespeare's The Tempest, Raw.
Good, speak to the mariners, fall to it, yarely, or we run ourselves aground, bestir, bestir.
My heart's up, chew, chew, my heart's up, yar, oh God, 10 minutes, whistle. Blow to the worst I win. Jesus, that's dirty. It's wrong enough.
Good motion. Never cared. Where's the master? Pay the men. What's going on?
Where is the master, boatswain?
Do you not hear it? You pour our labor, keep coming to assistant store.
Nay, good, be patient.
Well, I can see it.
Good, yet remember whom thou hast aboard.
I'm not more love for myself. I'm away, I say. Now, the top master, word. Where did you try the name for? Wow, Mickey is hard to hold on to. Wait about this how we get out of the order office. Yet again, what do you hear? Shall we give you our job? Have you a mind to sing?
Poxy, I thought you bawling, blasphemous and charitable dog.
What do you then?
Right there.
Okay, sorry. I'm seasick. Hey, you poor son, insolent noisemaker. We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art.
I'll warrant him for drowning, though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell, and as leaky as an unstaunched wench.
We are a whole set of 2 horses off the sea. Like her off.
The king and prince at prayers. Let's assist them, for our case is as
I'm
theirs.
out of patience.
We are merely cheated of our lives by drunkards, this blind chap rascal, who would by mid-flight drowning to wash him 10 times.
He'll be hanged yet, though every drop of water swear against it, and gape it widest to glutton.
Mercy on us! I'm scared of water.
Let's all speak with the king.
Let's take leave of him.
Now, would I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren ground, long heath, round firs, anything, the wheels above be done, but I would fain die of triumph.
Oh, boy.
If by your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar, allay them.
Be collected, no more amazement. Tell your previous heart there's no harm done. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter. Work it out. Who art ignorant of what thou art. nor that I am no more better than Prospero, master of a full cellar, and thy no greater father.
More to know did never meddle with my thoughts.
'Tis time I should inform thee farther. Canst thou remember a time before we came into this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out of 3 years old.
'Tis far off and rather like a dream, had I not 4 or 5 women once that hindered me.
Thou hadst, and more, Miranda. 12 years since, Miranda, 12 years since. Thy father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play had we that came from thence?
My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio, to him I put the manage of my state. As at that time, the liberal arts being all to study, the government I cast upon my brother. I thus neglected worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and the bettering of my mind, in my false brother awakened an evil nature. He did believe he was indeed the Duke. Didst thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
My library was dukedom, large enough, with temporal royalties. He thinks me now incapable, and confederates with the King of Naples to do him homage, and bend the dukedom yet unbound. Alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens!
Mark his condition and the event, and then tell me if this might be a brother.
I should sin to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good wombs have borne bad sons.
If the King of Naples,
Yes, King.
being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan with all the honors on my brother, whereon one midnight, fated to the purpose, did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and I, den of darkness, the ministers for the purpose, hurried thence, me and my crying self.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
But dear, they durst not. So dear the love my people bore me. In few they hurried us aboard a bark, and bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged or tackle, sail, nor mast, the very rats instinctively had quitted. There they hoist us to cry to the sea that roared to us.
Oh, alack! What trouble was I then to you?
Then, the cherubim, thou was that did preserve me.
How came we ashore?
No one here. By providence divine. Some food we had and some fresh water that the noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, out of his charity, being then appointed master of this design, did give us with rich garments and linen, stuffs and necessities which since have steaded much. So of his gentleness, knowing I have loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.
Would I might but ever see that man. And now I pray you, sir, for still 'tis beating in my mind no reason for raising this sea storm.
I accident, most strange, bountiful fortune, now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to the shore. Here, cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose.
Drink.
Come away, servants, come. I am ready now. Approach my Ariel, come.
Oh, hail, great master, great sir, hail, I come to answer thy strong bidding.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to the point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article, I boarded the king's ship, now on the beak, now in the waist, the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. Sometime I divide and burn in many places, and the fire cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble. Yeah, his try and shake.
My brave spirits, but are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. Are there sustaining garments? Not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me in troops, I have disappeared them about the isle. They're gonna be so confused why they don't with each other. The king's son have I landed by himself, sitting his arms in this sad knot.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed, but there's more work.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed to me.
How now, moody? What dost thou canst demand?
My liberty. I want to be where the people are.
Before thy time be out, no more.
Remember, I have done thee worthy service. Thou didst promise to bake me a full year.
Dost thou forget from what torments I did free thee?
No.
Hast thou forgot that foul witch Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into a who? Hast thou forgot her?
No, sir.
That blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child, and here left by sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reports thyself, was then her servant. And for thou was the spirit delicate to act her earthly and abhorred commands, refusing her grand pests, she did confine thee to a cloven pine, which within rift and prison thou didst painfully remained a dozen years, within which space she died and left thee there. Thou best knowest what torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl and penetrate the breasts of angry bears. It was mine art, when I arrived and heard thee, that made Kaye the pine and let thee out. You're welcome.
I thank thee, masters.
Thou more murderous, I will never know, and Peggy is not in entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master, and I will be correspondent to command and do my writing gently.
Do so, and after 2 days, I will discharge.
Oh, that's my noble master. What shall I do? What shall I say? What shall I do? I got my shoes.
Now, go I'll make myself like a nymph of the sea, and be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go hence with diligence.
I can do that.
Awake, dear heart. Awake! Honey, wake up. Thou hast slept well, we're at grandma's. Awake!
Strangeness of your story. Put heaviness in me.
Shake it off. Come on, we'll visit Caliban, my slave, who never yields us kind answer.
'Tis a villain, sir. I do not love to look on.
But as 'tis, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices that profit us. What ho, slave? Caliban! Thou art, thou speak!
There's wood enough within. I must eat my dinner.
Come forth, I say! There's other business for thee. Come now, Tortoise! When art thou poisonous slave, got by the devil himself, upon thy wicked dam? Come forth!
A southwest blow on ye, and blister you all over.
For this, be sure, tonight thou shalt have cramps. Thou shalt be more pinched than the stinging of bees.
This island's mine, by Sycorax, my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me, and madest much of me, and then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle, the fresh springs, brine pits, barren place, and fertile. Cursed be I that did so, for I am all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king. And here you stye me, in this hard rock, whilst you do keep me from the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whose stripes may move not kindness, I lodged thee in mine own cell, as thou did seek to violate the honor of my child. Yeah.
Oh, would have been done. Thou didst prevent me. I had peopled else this island with Calibans.
I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak.
You taught me language, and my profit on't is I know how to curse. The red plague rid you for learning me your language.
Hag seed, hence! Fetch us in few. Shruggest thou, malice? If thou neglects what I command, I'll fill thy bones with aches, make thee roar that beasts shall tremble at the din.
No, pray thee. I must obey. His art is of such power.
So slay hence!
Go on.
Come on to these yellow sands and then take hands. Of course, when you have and kiss the wild waves with foot and feet flee here and there, and sweet sprites that birth and bear heart.
Where should this music be? The air or the earth? It sounds no more, and sure, it waits upon some god of the island. Thence I have followed it, or it hath drawn me rather, but it's gone.
Say what thou seest yon.
What is it? A spear?
No, child. It eats and sleeps and has such senses as we have. Such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck.
I might call him a thing divine. For nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
Goes on, I see, and is my soul prompted. Spirit, fine spirit. I'll free thee with the choice for this.
Most sure the goddess on whom these airs attend.
It's me.
My prime request, which I do pronounce, is wonder. If you be maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language. Heavens, I myself am Naples, who with mine eyes beheld the king my father wrecked.
Oh, alack, for mercy.
Yes, faith and all is yours.
At the first sight they have changed eyes. Ooh, delicate Ariel, I'll set thee free for this. They are both in each other's powers. But this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. A word, good sir. I charge thee that thou attend me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou owest not, and hast put thyself upon this island as a spy to win it from me, the Lord on it.
No, as I am a man.
There is nothing ill can dwell in such a temple.
Follow me. Speak not you for him, he's a traitor. Come, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Follow.
No, I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear father, make not rash a trial of him, for he's gentle and he's not fearful.
Put thy sword off, traitor, or fist, or whatever, for I can here disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop.
Sir, have pity! I said have pity!
Silence! Having seen but him and Caliban, foolish child. To most of men, this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on, obey. Thy nerves are in thy infancy again, and have no vigor in them.
Better they are. My spirits as in a dream are all bound up. Might I but through my prison once a day behold this maid, space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. What was done well, child. Fine, Ariel. Come on.
Comfort. My father is of a better nature, sir, and it hears my speech.
Thou shalt be free as mountain winds, but then exactly to all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Now let's talk about these 8 simple rules for rating.
See you, sir, be merry. You have a cause, so have we all. Joy. For our escape, you and millions can speak like us, then wisely, good sir. Weigh our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace.
He receives comfort like cold porridge.
The air breathes upon us here most sweetly.
As if it had lungs and rotten ones.
Or as 'twere perfumed by a fen.
Is everything advantageous to life?
True.
Save means to live.
Well, that there's none or little.
Methinks our garments, being as they were drenched in the sea, are now as fresh as when we put them on first in Africa, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Claribel to the king of Tooth.
Would I had never married my daughter there. For coming thence, my son is lost. And she too is so far from Italy removed. Thou, mine heir of Naples and of Milan, what strange fish has made a meal of thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him and ride upon her backs. I do not doubt he came alive to that.
No, he's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss that would not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather lose her to a foreigner.
Peace.
We have lost your son, forever I fear, and the fault's your own.
Now look, Sebastian, you rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
Had I plantation of this isle, my lord, and were I king on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
No occupation. All men idle, all women too, but innocent and pure. No sovereignty.
Yet he would be king on it.
All things in common nature should produce without sweet or endeavor. Nature should bring forth of his own kind all poison, all abundance to feed my innocent people. I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
Oh, God save his majesty.
Oh yes, long live Gonzalo.
No more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
I do well believe your highness. Did it to minister occasion to these gentlemen who always used to laugh at nothing.
Oh, 'twas you we laughed at.
Will you laugh me asleep?
Oh, I am very heavy. What? So soon asleep? Magic. I wish mine eyes would with themselves shut up my thoughts. If I they are inclined to do so.
Oh, do not omit the heavy offer of it.
We too, my lord, will guard you with person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Most wondrous heavy.
What strange drowsiness possesses them?
Is it the quality of the climate? I mean, it's a little warm.
Why does it then not our eyelids sink?
Nor I, my spirits are nimble. They fell together as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
This is a strange repose to be asleep with eyes wide open, standing, speaking, moving, and yet so fast asleep.
Noble Sebastian, thou lettest thy fortune sleep whilst thou art waking.
There's meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. Will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drunk?
Oh, he's gone.
Say, this were death that now hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than now they are. There can be no rule in Naples as well that he sleep, so what is sleep worth this for your advancement? Do you understand me?
Methinks I do. I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero.
True, and look how well my garments sit upon me.
But for your conscience?
Sir, where is that? I feel not this to be any indulgence. Here lies your brother. No better than the earth he lies on. If he were that which now he's like, that's dead, whom I with this obedient steel, it's a little more than 3 inches, but all right, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou godst to Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword, one stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, king, shall love thee.
Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do the like, to fall it on Gonzalo. We can just trade.
Invisible strength.
There you go.
My master, through his art, foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in. While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy his time doth take. Shake off slumber and beware. Awake!
Then let us both make it sudden.
Well, the angels, 'cause I'm the king. Hey,
How you doing? Oh, I'm stuck.
While we stood here secure in your repose, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like bulls or rather lions. Did it not wake you? It struck my ear most terribly. Yeah.
I heard nothing.
Well, we were sleeping. And 'twas it did to frighten us to make an earthquake. Absolutely. It scared the shit out of me. Totally.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon mine eyes, sir, I heard a humming, which did awake me as my eyes opened. I saw the weapons drawn. As we stand on our guard, that we should this place. Let's draw weapons.
Lead off this drone, and let's make further search for my poor son.
Oh, good idea.
Lead away.
Let's do that.
Go first.
Get those lions, right?
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infections on Prospero fall and make him by inch near the disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse for every trifle are they set upon me. Sometimes like apes, back and bite me, then like hedgehogs in my barefoot way, and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometimes with adders who do hiss me into madness. Lo, now lo, here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing wood in slowly, I fall flat. Perchance you would not mind me.
Here's another storm brewing, like the one that killed that idiot with the Mickey Mouse voice. I know not where to hide my head. Wait, what have we here? A man or a fish, dead or alive? Okay, a fish. He smells like a fish. A strange fish. By my troth, this is no fish, but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm has come again. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There is no other shelter hereabouts, and misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I'm the big son.
Beg pardon. The master, the swabber, the boatswain, the gunner and his mate. Love called Meg and Merritt and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate. Or she in a tub with a tang would say to a sailor, go hang. She loved not the savor of tar or pitch, yet a tailor might scratch her where she did it. Them two sea boys and let her go hang. Oh, there's a scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. But here's my comfort. God torment me! Oh! What the fuck? What's the matter? Have we devils here? Where the devil should he learn our language? If I can keep him tame and get to Naples with him, he's a present for any emperor. Do not torment me, Pretty. I bring my wood home faster. He is in his fit now and just talk after the wisest. And he shall taste my bottle. It's just the liquor, mate. It's just the liquor. Come on your ways, open your mouth. Here is that which will give you language, cat.
I should know that voice. It should be, but he is drowned and these are devils. Oh, defend me.
4 legs and 2 voices.
fucking weird. Yeah, a most delicate monster. Come, amen. I'll pour some in thy other mouth. Yeah. Stephano? Does the other mouth call me? Oh God, these are devils.
Stephano. If thou be a Stephano, speak to me. For I am Trinculo, thy good friend Trinculo. My voice is thick.
Well, if any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. How camest thou to the siege of this moon calf? It kind of sounds like a slur, doesn't it?
I took him to be killed with thunderstroke. I hid me under the dead moon calf's gabardine for fear of the storm. And art thou living, Stephano? Oh, Stephano, he Neapolitan skate.
Hey! These be fine things, and if they be not sprites, that's a brave god, and bears celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How dost thou escape? How camest thou hither? Swear by this bottle how thou camest hither. Swear by this bottle how thou camest hither. I escaped upon a butt of sack, which the sailors peeped over for.
I swear upon that bottle to be thy true subject, for the liquor is not earthly.
What the fuck is this thing? Here, then, swear how thou escapest.
Swum ashore, man, like a duck. I can swim like a duck. I'll be sworn. Has something more of this?
Oh, the whole butt man!
I'm a whole butt man.
Yeah! How now, moon calf? How does thine ague?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Down in the moon, I do assure thee, I was the man of the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in here, and I do adore thee.
Come, swear to that. Kiss the book. Swear.
The man in the moon? A most poor, credulous monster.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island, and I will kiss thy foot. I prithee be my God.
Well, come on then, down and swear. This is fucking awesome.
I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster.
I'll show thee the best springs. I'll pluck thy berries.
Whoa! I be dinner first.
I'll fish for thee and get thee wood enough.
Sure you will.
That upon thy twilight truck I rent, that I serve. I but follow thee, thou wondrous man.
A most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of poor drunkard. But he's big on consent. I like that.
I prithee, let me bring thee where crabs grow. And I, with long nails, will dig thee pig nuts. Show thee a jay's nest, and instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. What? I bring thee to clustering filberts, and sometimes I'll get thee young scammels from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
I am not nearly fucking drunk enough for this. I prithee now, lead the way without any more talking or soliciting me. Trinculo, the king and all our company else being drowned, we will inherit here.
Farewell, master. Farewell.
A howling monster and a drunken monster.
Oh, here, have some more, buddy. Just the liquor, mate.
No more dams I'll make to fish, no fetch in firing at requiring, nor scrape dretcher, no wash dish. Ban! As a new master, get a new man. Freedom, heyday, heyday, freedom, freedom, heyday, freedom!
Oh, brave monster, lead the way. This is the weirdest fucking Tuesday.
The stage is set, all the plots are laid forth. Let's see how they shake out in Act 2. In the meantime, if you gotta grab a drink, grab a drink. If you gotta use the bathroom, use the bathroom. If you gotta grab a smoke, do that thing. But be back here in 10 minutes for a brand new song from Brian Baker. Hello, everyone! Welcome back! Now, those of you who've been to our shows in the past, you'll know this is the part where we bring Mr. Brian Baker to the stage. Now, as I said, for those of you who've never been to one of our shows, this is Brian. Not only is he a brilliant actor, he is also a gifted songsmith. And for every show, he writes us a song. And when I say every show, I mean every performance. Not, we're doing Tempest 4 nights. He's written 4 songs. So if you really enjoy what he does, you have to come every night.
It's the only way.
It's the only way? Yeah. And so I now turn the stage over to Brian Baker.
I didn't have time to change into the dinosaur outfit, so this makes me Caliban now. When I lived here before, I was alone on this isle. Then Prospero showed up. Seriously, fuck that guy. Fell in love with his daughter. She's a beautiful girl. She's so very special. And I just smell like fish oil. 'Cause I'm a freak. I'm a monster. I wish that they'd never come here. They don't belong here. But look what just washed up from that ship that sunk. It's my 2 new best friends, and they're getting me drunk. I'll ask them to help me. I've got a perfect plan. We're gonna get plastered, and then go kill my master in his sleep. And once we're done, marry Miranda here, and then sail away, far from here, and leave me all alone. I'll stay here, and I'll drink up all the rum, 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 rum. Deep breath. And that's what I wanted, but it all fell apart. Spoilers. My new friends weren't special. Hey. Now I'm stuck in this fresh hell, and I'm in deep. I'm in trouble. Why the hell did they come here? 'Cause they don't belong here. Only I belong here.
last we left our heroes, Ferdinand and Miranda were in love. The King of Naples was about to be murdered. And Caliban, Stephano, and Trinculo were very, very drunk. Let's see how that's all shaken out in Act 2 of William Shakespeare's The Tempest, Raw.
This is my mean task. Would be as heavy to me as odious, but, well, my mistress makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she weeps when she sees me work. These sweet thoughts do refresh my labors.
Alas, now pray you, work not so hard. My father is hard at study. Rest yourself. He's saved for at least 3 hours.
Oh, my most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bear your locks a while.
No, precious creature, I had rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo. Will I sit lazy by?
I should do with much more ease, for my good will's into it, and yours is against. You look weary.
No, noble mistress, 'tis fresh morning with me, when you are by at night. I do beseech you. What's your name?
Oh, damn.
Miranda. Oh, my father, I broke your hest to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration.
About infected.
Lord! Oh, many a lady I have eyed with best regard. I mean, many. But you, oh, you so perfect and so peerless are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex. No woman's face, remember, save from my glass my own. Nor have I seen more than I may call men than you, good friend, but I would wish any companion in the world but you.
Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service. There resides to make me a slave to it. And for your sake I am this patient log man.
Do you love me?
Oh, heaven, no earth, bear witness to this sound. I, beyond all limit of what else in the world do love, cries, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of. I am your wife if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow, you may deny me, but I'll be your servant, whether you will or no. My husband, then?
I, with a heart as willing as bondage or freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine, with your heart in it. Now farewell till half an hour hence.
Thousand.
We're still drunk. I'll not serve him. He's not valiant.
Wilt thou tell a monstrous lie, being but half a fish and half a monster?
Lo, how he mocks me. Will thou let him, my lord?
Trinculo, keep a good tongue in your head. Poor monster's my subject, and he shall not suffer indignity.
I thank my noble lord. As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer, that by his cunning hath cheated me on the island.
Thou liest.
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey. I do not lie.
Trinculo, if you trouble him any more than tell, by this hand I will supplant some of your teeth.
I said small thing.
I say by sorcery, he got this isle. For me, he got it. thy greatness will, revenge it on him. Thou shalt be lord of it. I shall serve thee.
Okay, a little less of that. Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yeah, my lord. I yield him thee asleep, where thou mayest knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
Didst thou say he lied?
Thou liest.
Do I so? Take now that. Now, forward with your tale. Prithee, stand farther off. Come, proceed.
Remember, first to possess his books, for without them he hath not one spirit to command. They all do hate him, as rootedly as I burn but his books. Most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter.
Say again?
The beauty of his daughter.
Okay.
I never saw a woman, but only Sycorax, my dam and she, but she, as far as surpasseth Sycorax, as greatest doth least.
Is it so brave, lass? Thank you.
Aye, Lord, she will become thy bed, I warrant, and bring thee forth, brave brood.
Monster, I will kill this man, and his daughter and I will be king and queen. And Trinculo and thyself shall be viceroys. Dost thou like this plot, Trinculo?
Excellent.
Within this half hour, will he be asleep? Wilt thou destroy him then?
Aye, on mine honor. Here, let's trade.
Oh, the things you hear when you're invisible. This I will tell my master.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure.
Come on, Trinculo, let us sing. Plow him, scout him, and scout him, and scout him, and plow him, and scout him, and plow him. The thought is I don't know the words, there's no melody. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go down. I had to drink a well and went right to.
This is the tune played by the picture of nobody.
This will. Wait.
Yeah.
Be not affairs. The isle is full of noises, sounds and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
When
Music's for free.
When Prospero is destroyed,
Oh, then we exude. Exudes!
I can go no further, so I must be rested.
Old Lord, I cannot blame thee, who am myself attached with weariness. I was going to say sit down and rest, but I see you beat me to that. Most kind. He is drowned, whom thus we stray to find, and the sea mocks our frustrated search on land. Well, let him go.
I'm very glad that he's so audible. The next advantage we will take him thoroughly. Let it be tonight.
You are the man of sin whom destiny hath caused to belch you up, and on this island, remember that you three from Milan did supplant good Prospero, him and his innocent child, which
of this harpy hast thou performed, my Ariel. My high charms work, and these my enemies are all lit up.
In the name of holy fucking shit, sir. I find you in this strange stare.
It was monstrous. Monstrous. He thought the billows spoke and told me of it. The thunder pronounced the name Prospero.
One fiend at a time.
Drop it a second. Yep.
All three of them are desperate. The great guilt like poison, given to work a great time after. Begins to fight the spirits. I shall follow them swiftly and hinder them from what this ecstasy may now provoke them to.
All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood the test here, O Ferdinand. Now do not smile at me that I boast her up, for thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise and make it bolt behind her.
I do believe it against an oracle.
Then is my gift and thine own acquisition worthily purchased. Take my daughter. But if thou dost break her virgin knot before the sanctimonious ceremonies may with full and holy rites be performed and administered, no sweet aspersions shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow. Keep it for the wedding night, buddy.
The strongest suggestion shall never melt mine honor into lust.
Okay. Sit down and then talk with her. She is thine own. Watch Ariel, my industrious servant, Ariel. Thou and thy meaner fellows, your last service did worthily perform, and I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, or who I give thee power here to this place. Incite them into quick motion.
Presently.
Aye, with a twink, but not that time.
I heard that, Dad.
Before you can say come and go and breathe right and cry so-so, each one tripping on his toe will be here with a mop and a mower. Do you love me, Master? No?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou hear me give call.
Well, I can see.
I forgot that foul conspiracy of that beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. That plot
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day I saw him touched with anger so distempered.
You look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Cheerful, sir. We are such things. Dreams are made of. Our little life is rounded with asleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and in there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
We wish you peace.
All right. I hear that about the wedding night thing.
Yeah, sure.
I have invisible.
Absolutely.
That goes. Come with the thoughts, I thank thee, Ariel. Come.
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
Spirits, we must prepare to meet with Caliban. Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking. I left them. The filthy mantle cool beyond your cell. They're dancing up to the chins. That foul lake or stunk their feet.
This was well done, my bird. For trumpery in my house, go bring it hither for sail to catch these thieves.
I go.
Devil, a born devil on whose nature nurture can never stick, on whom my pains humanely taken. All lost, quite lost. I will plague them all, even to roaring. Just in the highway.
softly, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We now are near his son.
Shake! Monster, I do smell all horse piss, all which my nose is in great indignation.
So is mine! Dear monster.
Prithee, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here this inn, the mouth of the cell? No noise, and enter.
Hey, King Stephano, look, what a wardrobe here is for thee.
Ooh. Put off that gown, Trinculo. By this hand, I'll have that
Oh,
gown.
my great son, have it.
What do you mean to dote thus on such luggage? Let's alone and do the murder first.
Now be quiet, monster. Mistress Lime, is this not my jerkin?
Monster, come, put some lime up on your fingers and away with the rest.
I will have none on't. We shall lose our time and all be turned to barnacles.
Monster, lay to your fingers. Help to bear this, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go. Here, carry this.
And this.
Aye, and this.
We did it.
Let them be hunted soundly. At this hour lie at my mercy all mine enemies. Now does my project gather to a head. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air and freedom. Say, my spirit, how fares the king and its followers?
Just as you left them, all prisoners, sir. The king, his brother, and yours abide, all three distracted, but chiefly him that you termed the good old Lord Gonzalo. His tears run down his beard like winter's drops. From eaves and reeds your charm so strongly woke them, that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, if I were human.
Mine shall. Hast thou with aught but air or touch a feeling of their afflictions, and shall not myself, one of their kind, be kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason against my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Go release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch some shit, sir. Love you.
Oh, you too. I bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azure vault set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire. The strong-based promontory have I made shake, and the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar. Graves at my command have waked their sleepers, opened and let forth by my so potent art. With this rough magic, I here abjure. I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. Take some. There stand. For your spell stopped. Sorry, not done yet. Gonzalo, which one? Oh, you. My true preserver, the loyal sir. I will pay thy graces both in word and deed. Most cruelly did thou, Alonso, use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a furtherer in the act. Thou art pinched forth now, Sebastian. You, brother mine, which one? You, I think it's you. I don't even know anymore. Sebastian. Okay, you're Sebastian.
The one in red and black.
It's been a while. Right. entertained ambition, expelled remorse and nature, who, with Sebastian, whose inward pinches therefore are most strong, would have killed your king. I do forgive thee. Unnatural though thou art, their understanding begins to swell, Ariel.
I know.
Fetch me the hat and rapier in my cell. I will discase me in my self-presence as I was sometime in Milan. Ooh, in the fancy cloak.
Oh, yeah, that
I like that.
one. I like it too.
I will discase me in my self-present as I was sometime in Milan. Quickly, spirit, okay. As thou shalt along ere free. All right, Anita. Oh, there we go. Here we go, and this is all with a thank you. And yeah, Nancy. I think it's
I know it's a little too warm for summer, but like for this, I feel like it's a good choice.
It's a good one. Absolutely. Here, you hold that. Thank you. Okay. There's my dainty Ariel. I shall miss thee. But yet thou shalt have freedom. So. Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero. And to thee and thy company I bid a hearty welcome.
Since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, with which I fear madness held me. Thy dukedom I reside in, do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whom honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or not be, I'll not swear.
Welcome, my friends, and all. But you, my grace abode, were I so minded, I hear that pluck his highness frown upon you, and justify you traitors. At this time I will tell no tales.
The devil speaks in him.
No! For you, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth, I do forgive. The rankest fault, all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou be Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation. How hast thou met us here 3 hours since we're wrecked upon this shore where I have lost my dear son Ferdinand?
I woe for it, sir, for I have also lost my daughter.
A daughter? Oh, heavens, when did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. But howsoever you have been jostled from your sentence, know for certain that I am Prospero. Welcome, sir, to sell to my court. Here I have a few attendants and subjects none abroad. Pray you and look in. There, somewhere. Right over there.
Sweet Lord, you play me false.
No, dearest love, I would not for the work.
Yes, for a score for kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
If disprove a vision of the island, one dear son I shall lose twice.
The most high miracle. So cute.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I've cursed them without cause.
Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise and say how thy king is here.
Oh, wonder! How many goodly creatures are there here? Such beauteous mankind is, oh, brave new world. That is such people in it.
It's new to me.
Wow. What is this maid with whom thou must have played? Is she the goddess that has severed us and brought us back together again?
Sure.
Sir, she is mortal. But by immortal providence, she's mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one.
Give me thy hands. This is weird, but I like it. Let grief and sorrow so embrace this heart that doth wish you joy. Be it so. Amen.
My tricksy spirit.
Was it well done? Did I do a good job?
Bravely, my diligence. Come hither, spirit. Set Caliban and his companions free. Untie the spell.
I had another drink a couple hours ago.
Hey, you
How's it going?
Say, boss, these be brave spirits indeed. How fine my master is. I am afraid he will chastise me.
Chastise you if you're lucky. These three have robbed me and plotted to take my life.
Yeah!
Two of these fellows you must know and own. This thing of darkness I acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be.
It's not Stephano.
He's drunk now. Where had he wine?
And Trinculo. How came this out on this pickle?
Oh, such a pickle. I fear he will never out of my bones.
You would be king of this isle, sirrah?
I should have been a sore one then.
This is as strange a thing as that I looked at.
Yeah, all right.
What a thrice double ass. Was I to take this drunkard for a god and worship this dull fool?
Alright, go to. Away, you.
It's so fine.
Sir, I invite your highness and your train to my poor cell, where you shall take a rest for this one night. And in the morning I'll bring to you your ship, and so to Naples, where I hope to see the nuptial of these our dear beloved solemnized. Yeah, not the other. And thence retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave. My Ariel, ship, that is thy charge. Then to the elements be free, and fare thou well.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun.
Now my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have, mine own, which is most faint. Now 'tis true I must here be confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I am my dukedom got, and pardon the deceiver, dwell in this bare island by your spell, but release me from my bands with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be received by prayer, which pierces so, and that it assaults mercy itself, and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardon me, let your indulgence let me free.
And Alonso, Wolterstorff. I want to thank Best Place for continuing to host us. I want to thank Nick for holding down the door. I want to thank Andy for being an awesome director. And most importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you. Because without you, we are